I always have a hard time with those sort of like cultural geography questions about space and place and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely there's been a complete difference. You know, everything has changed. Like Poiki, it's like a family-friendly like little beach park. When I was growing up, it was like if you didn't surf, you didn't go down there unless you're like some sort of weird drug addict. There's a lot of druggies down there, and now they've made it all nice with sidewalks and stuff. So yeah, that's changed. Everything seems just kind of more like friendly about Puna these days, in my opinion. You know, type of people, I never really noticed that much, but when I think about it, I guess, like, maybe there's more. I mean, a lot of mainlanders have always moved to Puna, like, for as long as I've been down there and from before, because it's cheap property in Hawaii. But, besides that, yeah, I don't really think a difference in people. More difference in the type of, like, goods and services offered, I guess. When I was growing up, there wasn't a McDonald's in KL. There was no real supermarket in Pahoa. Like we were talking about before, cash and carry was like where you got your food in Pahoa before. You know, there's a 7-Eleven in Curtistown now. You know, if you needed something back in the day, you had to go to Jehara, or it actually used to be called Sakwa Store when I was young.
Oh, that's way back.
Oh, it's not fucking that. I'm not that old.
You're kind of old. You're getting up there, man.
Well, yeah, I think more of, like, that's been the biggest difference that I see is just like the like I said, like goods and services that are available within Puna. You know, it's not, there's such a bigger population, I guess, that it justifies them actually building these things within Puna instead of like making people drive all the way to Hilo to go and get it, you know? You know, most people from other parts of the island would probably feel uncomfortable going into cash and carry, but they feel right at home in Malama Market. You know, they might feel out of place at like Jehara store, but 7-Eleven, it's like a 7-Eleven anywhere, you know. So I think, yeah, it's definitely changed in that way. I would say so, yeah, in a way, but I think it's more of just a response to the population growth in general. I think no matter what sort of people moved in, that sort of like commerce and stuff is gonna come along with it when there's that many people, like that much more of an influx of people in an area. The amenities and like whatever is available is gonna go up no matter what, because you know, back when there was like 20 people in each subdivision out in Puna, why would you build a Malama Market out there to have, you know, 30, 40 families shop at it? But right now there's hundreds upon hundreds, if not thousands of people who shop over there. So it just economically makes sense. I don't think it has much. I don't think it has as much to do with like the type of people who have moved to Puna, just that there's so many.
With more people follows more commerce.
I think so.
I think that's a really awesome way of looking at it.
I guess I don't know if it's a conscious thing. They're trying to like put like a different face on Puna, like trying to disguise it from what it kind of really is. I'm not saying that Puna is like some terrible place where all just rugged, gnarly people live, but I don't know, I guess I just feel like these days is kind of, these things just don't reflect Puna's character, you know? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Definitely, if like money wasn't a factor or anything, you know, it might be cheaper to rent an apartment or something in town, but if money wasn't a factor, I would buy like 10 acres out in Mountain View and live out there, build my own house, you know. I love it out there. Plus I work in Volcano, so it's easy.
Makes sense.
Proximity to work.
Speaking like socially, the dynamic of the people there's a lot of retired people that move down to Paradise Park in particular. I own a lot down there now too, so I go to the owners association meeting and stuff, and the types of people that are showing up there are people that aren't from Hawaii, so a lot of times they don't understand like just how people live here. They think it's really weird, and you know, there's one group of people, I guess it wasn't a group, it was an elderly couple. They were there and they're asking if the owners association could put up the vote if they could get rid of farm animals because the roosters were bothering them in the neighborhood. And you know, somebody reminded them that they are zoned Ag 1, so it's going for agriculture. So it's kind of would be silly to say no farm animals. But I mean, they moved here and they didn't know, and so they had these ideas of how they think it should be run. And when you get enough of a population that goes to the owners association meeting voting, then you know that's how it's going to change the way things progress as far as the development of the neighborhood. And what ends up happening is going to be who shows up to the meetings and votes, and if changes. But there's a lot of opportunity that comes with population growth. You know, people are getting jobs out of it. You know, I do tree trimming now, and I'm getting jobs because people are wanting to build their houses next to albizia trees, and they need the trees to come down, and they need people to do that. So I mean, there's economically, opportunities are created with having population growth for a lot of people. You know, a lot of businesses are starting up and being able to survive because of population growth. Just depends on what you like, I suppose.
And what type of jobs would you say are growing the most, or what do you say the jobs that are available with this growth really entail? Would you say that they're service jobs or more construction based?
Well, you know, with construction, like everywhere in the United States, it's like a boom and bust cycle. You know, we're doing that boom bust capitalist sort of cycle. You get huge booms, and then a lot of people are employed in the building industry, and they're all, you know, all these people are building houses, and laborers are working, you know, mixing cement, hauling lumber, you know, and then when the housing market kind of comes to a stop and bust, then you have all these people having to go out into other sectors and try to get jobs. And a lot of them work at Home Depot. But now, right now, we're opening up here and there. Kahoa's really grown a lot. Now there's a Longs in Kahoa and a whole new shopping center, Malama Market. If it wasn't for the population, those things wouldn't have got built there. But somebody saw economic opportunity. They saw there's enough population there. You know, somebody did a business plan and recognized that that was a place that could possibly make money. Seems like we're coming into another building boom. You know, a lot of houses are going up and people are starting to get work. And I think for me, in my own experiences, that was the more prevalent thing because that was what I was doing for work. So I see it and I notice it. But I'm sure there's other services. I mean, I see a lot of landscape businesses been started up lately that wouldn't have been here unless somebody came with money and didn't want to do their own yard. So, and that's, you know, I mean, that's what some of the people are retired that have moved here and they have a little bit of money, and that's great for young people that want to start up a landscaping business. I mean, it's opportunity.